Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Do you like my new look? As I'm sure a lot of you are probably unaware that I wear glasses. Yeah, this is how I often look when I'm going about my day-to-day business. But yeah, I say it's how I sometimes look when I'm going about my day. Quite often I look when I'm going about my day-to-day business. But I was gonna say but sometimes I don't like wearing glasses, so I don't wear them. It's one of them. Depends what I'm doing, really. I often don't wear them when I'm on cam, or when I'm on camera. Look, I often don't wear them. Yeah, don't know why that is. I just don't bother really. I just because I can see the screen. Do you know what I mean? I can see everything perfectly. So I just feel like there's no need to wear them. It's only when I'm going out and about because I can't see distances, kind of thing. That's when I feel the need to wear them. But I thought I'd wear them today, just so you know I wear glasses, kind of thing. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Just a bit of a general word. Bit of a general word, just to say it's important to forgive people when they do you wrong. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to forgive them and keep them in your life, or you don't have to forgive them and be be friends with them. But it's important to forgive people for your own peace of mind and for your own well-being, kind of thing. Because when you hold on to bitterness, I know we've all felt like holding on to it before. Do you know what I mean? We all have to a certain degree. Do you know what I mean? When we've been wronged in life, it's just the way it is, kind of thing. Just the way it is for us sometimes. But yeah, but God calls us to forgive people. It's more for our own benefit, I think, than anybody else's. But um, but yeah, also, well, it is for other people's benefit as well, but it's more for our benefit. I would say for our own peace of mind and our own well-being and our own, our own peace, kind of thing. That's all I can say. But also we're called to love the people that are hard to love. Do you know what I mean? The people that maybe don't think like we do, or behave in ways we're not exactly we might not necessarily agree with, or we might not necessarily we might not necessarily agree with. Basically, people behave in ways we might not necessarily agree with. People may think in ways we might not necessarily agree with. But everything happens for a reason. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, some people aren't as far along as others in certain ways. Like I was saying in the previous video, spiritually, etc. So this is what it is. Sometimes people think how to think, and they're stuck in the ways. Sometimes that's just the way it is, kind of thing. But everyone can grow. Everyone can learn. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. So never judge people, because we've all most of us, I think, have thought, if we look at how we are now compared to how we were, like, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago, or when we were younger, we can see how we thought very differently to what we do now. Do you know what I mean? So it's similar in that regard, kind of thing. It's not much different. So we've all been, I guess, influenced by the world, and had our heads kind of like brainwashed by the world in one way or another. or not necessarily, well, yeah, brainwashed sometimes, but not necessarily brainwashed, but like influenced. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. We've all been there, sort of thing. So yeah, you can't judge really. Do you know what I mean? You just have to try and give people grace and forgive them and love them, even the people that are difficult to love. Do you know what I mean? That's what God wants us to do. He wants us to have a heart like His, um, and He loved everybody. Do you know what I mean? Jesus loved. He had. He ate with sinners. He done everything with sinners. Do you know what I mean? He didn't separate himself. He didn't. What's the word? He mixed with everybody, kind of thing. That was Jesus. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we're called to do as well. Do you know what I mean? Like it says, if you love only your own people, what reward will you get? Do you know what I mean? That's what it says in the Bible. Called to love everybody, really. Do you know what I mean? This is what the Bible says, kind of thing. Jesus loved unto death. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how he done that, but he done it. Do you know what I mean? With God's help, and not well. He didn't. Yeah, with God's help, but Jesus was God as well, so he had that kind of like that knowledge and that force, that insight kind of thing. He had that insight, but yeah, that's all I can say, guys. Really, we're called to love everybody, called to love the people that are difficult to love, called to help people see the light, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Be a light in the world and shine your light basically, and affect people in a good way. Do you know what I mean? Affect people in a positive way. This is what we're called to do. To love people, all people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's all I can say really for now, guys. It's just what I wanted to say. Bit of a brief message. Not very long, 8 minutes roughly. Take my glasses off now. I meant to take them off earlier and I totally forgot to, Totally forgot to. But I wear glasses now anyway. You all know that now, so yeah. It's quite often how I look, how I am with my glasses on when I'm going about my day to day. I guess routines and businesses, day to day business even. Yeah, so that's me. That's me. That's me. All right. But yeah, guys, that's all I got to say for now. I don't think I got to say anything else. I just hope you all have a good day. All have a blessed day. I'd say I hope we have some nice weather. Part of me does, but I don't like it because it's too hot. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the weather. Sometimes I like the sun, but I don't like the heat. Like when it gets too hot. So I don't know what I'm hoping for really. It's funny when it's not hot you want the heat, and when it's hot you don't want the heat. So you can't win no matter what you do, kind of thing. So people are, especially in the UK, like when it's when it's raining or when it's like dreary, like a typical British day, like basically on the whole, people want the sun, but Yeah, but when the sun's out, then they want the cold and they want it to rain. Like so, it's kind of funny. But I think a lot of that is because the heat in this country is different to abroad. Like it's a nicer heat in, like, say if you get to Spain or somewhere like that. It's just a nicer heat. I think there's too much smog over here in the UK. Too much smog, too much pollution, too much global warming. It's just like, I think that's why the heat's kind of unbearable, kind of thing. And I think because of what we've done, like burning fossil fuels and stuff and other things, I think God's paying us back for that, and that's why we're getting this horrible heat. This is what I honestly think. Do you know what I mean? Because it's affected other countries abroad in a negative way, and it's kind of like our karma now. We're gonna start getting adverse weather and like bad heat and stuff like that. It's just what goes around comes around. Do you know what I mean? This is what I believe. Do you know what I mean? I know people don't like hearing that, but this is kind of how I've found in life. Like karma's real. Do you know what I mean? Like I said in other videos, and what goes around comes back around most of the time. Do you know what I mean? This is what I've found in my life, and this is how I think it is. This is how I think it always works. Do you know what I mean? Some people might agree with me, some people might disagree with me, but this is just what I've found. And I think that's why we're getting the weather now, where it's a bit adverse, or it's adverse, even a bit adverse, or it's a bit too on the hot side, kind of thing. It's uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? I think God makes it bearable. Like, do you know what I mean? I think God's a merciful God. Do you know what I mean? He won't give us more than we can bear. A lot of the time, anyway. But yeah, he will correct us, and he will make us suffer for our sins. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. To a point, he will for sure. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, his plans, his plan is what his plan for the world is, what his main focus is. So whatever fits in with that plan and purpose that he has for the world, whatever it is, then things will align accordingly, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? This is what I believe anyway. I don't know what his plan is. Well, I've got an idea from what it says in the Bible. I've got an idea, but God can flip the script. Do you know what I mean? He can. God can do anything. You can never put a God in a box or never put limits on God, because God can do anything. All he needs is willing vessels and people willing to carry out his purposes, and yeah, like he can literally do anything or make anything happen. Do you know what I mean? Part of the Red Sea, don't forget. Do you know what I mean? He's raised people from the dead. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing he can't do. Do you know? Made paralysed people walk again. There's nothing he can't do. Really isn't. Whether people believe that or not, I know it's true. I'll tell you a little story. I thought I had bowel cancer. Like, I was bleeding from my back passage. Like, probably about, I kept this to myself. I didn't tell people about this. It shook me up a bit, to be honest. Yeah, I was bleeding from my back passage. Probably about five or 6 months ago, and it started off as what I thought were piles. Well, it was piles. That's what the doctor told me. Like it started off with a few piles kind of thing, and yeah, like it started gradually bleeding a bit from my back passage. Like thought nothing of it, and then the one day it was like I went to the toilet and it was like someone had got a glass of wine, poured a glass of wine, red wine down the toilet. That was how much blood there was, and it really shook me up. Like it, I was panicking, like I was scared, like moaning to God, why are you letting this happen? And like I was saying I was scared and stuff like that to him, and yeah, and then funnily enough, a couple of days later, it just cleared up. Just cleared up a couple of days later. This is like miraculously. That's all I can say. Sorry, it just scared the crap out of me at the time. That's all I can say. But yeah, it cleared up and I was okay. Do you know what I mean? Thank God, touch wood, it totally cleared up and I had a full recovery and stuff. But for a while, I was very worried. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I didn't really tell many people about that. I might have said I had pulse to one or two people, but that was about it really. I didn't go into the extent of how bad it appeared to me. But yeah, luckily God healed me, and that's what He can do. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. He can do miraculous things. He's healed me of different things throughout my life. I've mentioned it in videos before. Like different things I've had wrong with me that He's healed me from. He's all powerful. Do you know what I mean? He created everything. There's nothing He can't do. This is what I believe. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the time, it takes belief though that He can do these things for it to happen. This is what I think. But sometimes He's merciful and He'll heal you. Do you know what I mean? Whether you anyway, like He did with me, like He has done with me once or twice. I didn't believe that, and He still healed me. Do you know what I mean? So He's very merciful. Thank God. Bless the Lord. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I got to say for now, guys. Sorry for getting being a little bit teary and stuff like an idiot. It's just it shut me up at the time. That's all I can say. As you can imagine, but I'm not the only person to go through stuff like that. Some people have been through much worse. So yeah, sorry for being a bit of a woman and getting a bit emotional. But yeah, shouldn't do that really. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Just just I'm quite an emotional guy. That's kind of how I am. It's how I've always been, kind of thing. Yeah, you'll always find me often crying at funerals, and as people can attest to and know me, and um, weddings probably as well. To be honest with you, although I don't, I haven't been to a wedding for a while, but chances are if I went to one now, I'd probably start tearing up. Do you know what I mean? Probably would, to be honest. Probably be touched by it and tear up. But yeah, I've always been that way. My dad was like that as well, to be honest. My dad was very emotional. He's quite a stoic sort of guy, but he was also emotional. Like that's all I can say. And I wouldn't say I'm similar to him. He's a bit more kind of rough around the edges than what I was. Well, he was when he was younger, anyway. But than what I've been. But having said that, I can't really say that. Well, yeah, I can say that actually. I can say that. But yeah, like I say, I mean, I've been quite strong and stuff, like physically and stuff. But I wasn't really kind of like rough and red. I wasn't really very rough and ready. Like my dad was a bit more rough and ready than I've ever been when he was younger. Do you know what I mean? A little bit anyway, I'd say. Not saying he was majorly like that, but he was a bit kind of thing. That's where we kind of differ. But yeah, he was also a very emotional guy, and that's where I get my emotional side from. I think my mum was kind of like silent strength. My mum had like she had a silent strength. Like she didn't really, she wasn't very. She was emotional at times, but she wasn't like overly emotional. Whereas my dad was very emotional. Do you know what I mean? That's a difference between them. But my mum was emotional at times, but she had a silent strength as well. That's all I can say. Sometimes she didn't always. I think she blocked things up sometimes. This is just what I sensed at times. Whereas my dad had let it out a lot more, kind of thing. But at the same time, my mum did get emotional. I have seen my mum get emotional quite a few times, so I suppose she does let it out sometimes, but sometimes she'd block things up. That's all I can say. It's what I noticed as growing up, like sort of thing. But yeah, I guess I'm a bit of both. I take after both of them really. Sometimes I can kind of like I'm very much soldier on sort of attitude. I've kind of got that sort of attitude. I find I can be positive even when things aren't positive. Do you know what I mean? I've learnt to do that, to find the positives even when there aren't many sometimes. Do you know what I mean? To be optimistic. Do you know what I mean? It's important sometimes because sometimes life's like that. You go through seasons and you go through times in your life sometimes where life can be very, very hard, very difficult, and finding that silver lining, it's like it sees you through sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Having that whole never give up. Like if you think it's terrible, I want to give up, but you think if I give up, I'll never know what could have been. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of how I used to think, and throughout my life, and when I was going through tough times anyway, and just and like just finding the positives in even in the everyday. Do you know what I mean? The everyday things, the things we take for granted. I used to find a look for the positive in that stuff, and you really can if you look hard enough. You can find positives in most things, really. There's a lot to be thankful for. Do you know what I mean? When you really break it down, the things we take for granted that we aren't really particularly thankful for, or we might be thankful for, but we don't really think about it too much. We take it for granted, kind of thing. But when life's bad, those are the things you really like are thankful for. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. Sometimes in life, that's how it was for me at times. Those are the things I held on to, and like that really like I was grateful for. Do you know what I mean? And it was like a positive. It was like a blessing. Like it was like I seen I found the positives even though there wasn't loads. Do you know what I mean? I still found what ones there were, kind of thing, and that seen me through life in a lot of instances in life. It's all I can say. Like I say, there's always something to be thankful for. The beauty of nature, do you know what I mean? The sunshine, the beauty of the opposite sex, do you know what I mean? Um, yeah, everything. everything's to be thankful for, to be honest. Just nature, creation, all the creation, the beauty of creation. Do you know what I mean? It's all to be thankful for at the end of the day. Relationships, friendships. Even though you might be going through a time where you haven't got much friendships, or you haven't got a relationship. Things can change. Do you know what I mean? I've gone through times in my life where I cut all my friends off because I had problems and stuff, and yeah, I lost touch with the majority of them at one point. Yeah, I wish I hadn't have now, but I made that choice at the time. It was the wrong choice, I think, looking back. But having said that, things could have worked out in a much different way. So maybe it was the right choice. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to say. I felt like it was a wrong choice in some respects, but maybe it was the right choice in others. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? It's all hindsight. You can't really go on hindsight. It's everything happens for a reason, and yeah, it all works out in the end either way, kind of thing. That's what I find. It's what I found anyway. So yeah, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it there because the word's really long. Doing another really long video, 26 minutes. Probably not gonna get that many views because it's so long. I keep doing long videos, not meaning to, keep getting carried away. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Keeping you all in my prayers. And thinking of you all. So that's all I can say really for now. I hope you have a blessed day. Blessed rested. Well, it's early. It's the morning at the moment. So yeah, I hope you have a blessed day and a positive day. And yeah, I hope God smiles on you today. That's all I can say. So yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. Much love, and I'll be back soon. Take care.